Hi everyone. This video is for any estranged parent of a adult child who has suffered the agony of trying to communicate with your adult child to resolve whatever issue is at hand. And I am speaking to those of you who are still stuck in the agony of not only unable to connect with your adult children who have banished you from their life, um, but are also suffering, most likely as I did, from enormous guilt from not even understanding what the heck happened. And in addition to that, before I forget, I want to include how so many others are so quick to find fault with us, not even understanding the situation, and wanting to arrive at a blame game kind of a mindset, which further creates even more painful situations for us, because not only are we trying to figure out why we're being ignored, but figuring out how to go on with our life. So I'm going to flip this around and show you where I am. I'm standing on my own little beach, and the sun is out, so whenever that happens, I run outside to take advantage of it. And I'm going to tell you how I was able to reclaim my life and put all that pain and all that agony behind me and enjoy myself for the rest of my years. So I'm going to turn this around, and I am at my little beach, as I mentioned. It's not really a beach, it's a rocky beach. So I'm just going to sort of point this out here and tell you how I was able to reclaim my life. Now, first of all, I had a very turbulent background, and so I am very well familiar with being, I hate to use the word abused, but it's true, belittled, ridiculed, mocked, made to feel invisible, disparaging comments made towards me. And did I deserve it as a child? Absolutely not. I needed parents that supported me. But ultimately, I found my own strength, and I wrote about it in my book, I See the Elephant. But basically, what happened was, and it was a very, very unexpected moment, I found my inner strength by helping someone else and by telling that person how they could find their own way out of their confusion. I realized that I had always known all along. I just never felt deserving of it. So that's one of the key points to this talk, is that you are deserving of your happiness, regardless of how you're being treated, whether it be an adult child, whether it be a spouse, whether it be your parents. And yes, some estranged children, um, rightly so, separate themselves from their parents' lives. And I did that sporadically throughout my life with my own parents. I would separate myself, and then I would reconnect to try again. That crashed and burned. So out of complete complete agony, I separated myself again from that situation, because my parents continued with their abusive behavior. Now, what did they do? They belittled me, they criticized me, they disparaged me, and they refused to acknowledge me as a person. Now, all I ever wanted in my life was to have a normal conversation with my mother. What do I mean by normal? What I mean by normal is sitting down at a table with a cup of coffee and saying, "Mom, can I tell you how I feel? Will you please listen? Can you understand what this situation did for me and how you made me feel when you did that?" Now, I don't know if she would ever apologize. In fact, I know now she wouldn't. But that's all I ever wanted. I wanted her to hear me. I wanted to be heard. I wanted to be acknowledged, and I wanted to be validated. Now, flip that over to now I'm the parent. That's all I ever wanted from my daughter. Why are you making these disparaging comments? Why are you ignoring me? Why are you encouraging your friends that it's so obvious that they're ignoring me too? What are you saying about me to them? Just tell me. I need to know. I want to know. And of course, that was met with silence and more um, ignoring me, completely cutting me out of my life. Now, the focus of this video is how I dealt with it. I carried enormous guilt for years. Oh my gosh, what did I do to deserve this? What did I do that was so bad she can't stand me anymore? What did I do that was so bad that I don't even matter to her anymore to even have a conversation? Well, it took me a few years of all this emotion to settle, and I finally realized that I will probably never get that answer. So what I did was I decided that I did not deserve to be treated that way. For whatever reason my adult daughter had, it does not justify being treated badly. And so look at it this way. Look in the world today when someone feels slighted. They're so quick to want to strike back and hurt that person too. Well, how does that make anything better? It doesn't. It makes the person who was ignored feel even worse. And it was the person ignoring them, making them even more hateful. How does that improve anybody's life? It doesn't. Now, here's another key factor to how I move past all this. And it has to do with taking your own power. I'll be 70 years old in probably about 6 months or so. And I was 65 when I finally decided to take my life back. And part of it was my age. And I thought, if I have 20 years left, how do I want to spend those 20 years? Do I want to spend those 20 years feeling guilty, feeling bad, wondering what the heck I did wrong, despite all the things that I did that were so supportive and so loving and so caring? Do I want to overanalyze this to the cows come home? It takes two people to solve a problem. And if you don't have that second person, that problem's not going to be solved. So here's what I did. I decided to take my own life back. And I told myself that I deserve to be happy. And I recall in many of the comments, many of you have already done this. And many of you, and I'm so happy to have read what you wrote, you are able to ignore all of the sidelining people who want to find fault with you, all the therapists who have suggested to you that you need to apologize because, oh my goodness, if they're eliminating you from your life, you must have done something really horrible. And they make these ridiculous, ignorant assumptions that completely miss the point. And the point is that many of us have never done anything to justify being banished from our children's life. Now, for all of you people who are planning to write a hateful comment, go for it. I deleted a couple yesterday, but now I regret doing so, because those hateful comments are exactly what I mean by ignorance. And it is so easy to project your hate onto someone online who is legitimately and genuinely sharing her life, who is me, in the hopes of helping others. So I don't really care. I don't care at all. Go for it. Because that's the way the world is. The world is becoming hateful and judgmental and critical. And there you go. That's my adult child. Now, I'm not going to talk about the details and the whys But I'm going to encourage any of you estranged parents to please embrace your life. Please give yourself a gift today. Do something for yourself, whether it's treating yourself to a favorite meal, whether it's treating yourself to a new outfit, or going for a walk, or buying that new puppy, or something that you didn't think you deserved. Please go do it, because that's what I do every single day. We are here on this earth for a purpose. And which leads me to my next topic that I want to fit in before this video gets too long. For some reason, I have a gift for writing. And I loved writing my memoir, I See the Elephant. And I love writing about my life and real life, because we all have a story to tell, and we all have something to learn from our stories. So, writing my book about my estranged daughter and my experience is going to be written in the same way. It's not written stuck in the past. It's not written by feelings of resentment, feelings of regret, feelings of anger, feelings of anguish. It's written by my present perception of insight, of the strength to take a bad situation and move past it, and give yourself the gift of happiness, and to put an end to abusive people who feel entitled to keep you from their grandchildren, your grandchildren, who I don't even know. Now, maybe it's a blessing in disguise. Maybe they're being raised to be as hateful, and maybe they're being encouraged to believe that I'm a horrible person. Now, maybe that's part of why I'm writing my book. Maybe I want to put it out there in the universe, my story, and my feelings, and my agony, and my anguish. Now, it's not a story about right and wrong. It's a story about my experience. And I think that will be very helpful to others. Because look at all the memoirs out there about how people endured difficult situations, and they persevered, and they found the strength to enjoy life. And I'll tell you why that's important. It's important because one day we won't have our life anymore, and it will be too late. And it's not too late now to reclaim your life. Do what makes you happy. Don't listen to the naysayers, to all these people who will probably write nasty comments and tell me I need to work on myself, which is really hilarious, because they have no idea who I am or what happened. And you will find those people every day of your life. So please, this video is to encourage anyone who is estranged. Please just accept it for what it is. We can't change another person. We can only change ourselves. And if they want to change, that's up to them. And I just want to leave you with one more very short story that I almost forgot about. I was married to an extremely narcissistic, abusive man. And at the time, I thought I deserved his behavior. He blamed me for everything that went wrong. He blamed me for his bad moods. He blamed me for why things weren't working out. Now, here was a man that couldn't keep a job, and so I paid the mortgage to help him out. I paid the bills, hoping the next job he had would be successful. It never was. And this man would yell and scream and chase me around the house, telling me what a psychological mess I was. Well, I was a psychological mess because I was confused, I was angry, and I was so incredibly depressed by his behavior. Now, I suggested that we go see a marriage counselor, and I was excited. I thought, here we go. We're going to sit in front of a professional person, and we're going to have the opportunity to sit calmly and discuss our issues. And so there I was, sitting with my husband, and the first thing out of his mouth to the therapist was, I don't know what's wrong with our marriage. I'm doing everything I can to help her. She's just so upset and so confused. I just don't know what to do. I'm doing my best." Well, I was shell shocked and I looked at him and I said, "You know what? Can we talk about your anger issues?" "Yes, I'm angry. I'm depressed. And I'm very, very confused why you chase me around the house and why you don't understand why I cry for hours. But can we talk about why you're raging angry all the time and why you can't keep a job and contribute to paying the mortgage and all the bills? Because I can't keep doing this." Well, I don't remember what he said after that, but it was just more baloney to win over the therapist. So we got in the car to go home, and he turned to me, and no, I turned to him and I said, "Can't we talk about your anger issues? Can't we talk about how we both are behaving? Because I don't mind talking about me and why I'm depressed and why I'm upset and why I'm confused." And you know what? He looked at me and he said, "Barbara, it's because of you that I'm angry. It's because of you that everything's wrong. It's because of you that our marriage isn't working out. I'm not doing anything wrong." And I knew then that nothing was ever going to be resolved. And no matter how hard I tried and how willing I was to see a therapist, it would take two of us to honestly reveal all of those ugly things that we didn't want to admit and come to an understanding. Well, he ended up punching me in the face, and that was what I call a wake-up call. And I call it in a kind of a not so funny comical sense. He knocked the sense into me. So I divorced him. But that entire situation proves to me that unless both parties want to honestly communicate, there will never be a resolution. No matter the apologies, no matter the I'm sorries, there has to be a common meeting of the mind and an honest and sincere conversation. And I will never have that. How do I know? Because I tried for years with my mother, and at 92 in the nursing home, I knew that was my last chance. And I tried one last time, and it did not happen. So please feel free to ask me questions how I achieved my happiness if I forgot or left something out. But I'll tell you what, you deserve it, I deserve it, we all deserve it. And even if it's just a matter of me coming out and watching the crows fly up in the air there, I don't know if you can see them, and making my favorite lunch and doing the small things that I so enjoy, I deserve it, and so do you. So thank you so much. I don't think I'll be talking about this topic anymore, but I will be talking about how to embrace life, how to move past trauma, and how to tell yourself that you do not deserve to be treated badly, no matter the circumstances. You are worthy of happiness. You are worthy of your creative nature, your future possibilities that perhaps you've been held back by doubt, and you are welcome to enjoying your life. So there you go. I hope that was helpful. I'm very passionate about this because I suffered greatly, and it was not easy to get to this place in my life. And so here I am in peace and quiet and enjoying every moment of my life. And I hope you find a way that you can too. I'm sorry this video was so long. I didn't plan it, but I didn't want to leave anything out. Thanks so much, everyone. Take care, and hope you're having a great day.